Hey everybody, I'm Chef Teddy B, and this is Made Scratch Texas. You know, growing up in an Italian household, Sundays was meant for eating, and eating always meant Sunday brunch, the whole family gathered around the table, enjoying our favorite Italian fares. Grandma and Grandpa used to have us over every Sunday, and it was some of the best memories we had as a kid growing up. So today we're going to share some of our favorite Italian recipes that we've slightly modified from the original recipes and bring them to your house. We're going to start off with our homemade marinara sauce, and then our famous meatballs will be a blend of pork sausage and ground beef. And then lastly, we're going to have some of our oven roasted broccoli. So y'all come over and join me on the cooktop. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back. So first thing we're going to get started with is our homemade marinara sauce. So why don't we come over and join me at the cooktop. First thing we're going to do is put 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in our pot. And we'll start with a cup of diced white onion, a cup of diced celery, and a cup of diced carrot. So this is going to form the flavor palette of the sauce. We're going to cook the vegetables so they're slightly tender. And this will go for about 2 to 3 minutes. So marinara is very much a labor of love. Once we get the base started, get the tomatoes in and the seasonings in, then it's going to sit. And time is not your friend here because it's about a 3 to 4 hour slow cook to get all the powerful flavors of the marinara. So let's come back and check on our vegetables. So if you're cooking on gas at your home, we're cooking on a low to medium fire. Don't want to cook them too hot. We don't want to burn. Don't want to cook them too low because we need to get them done. And as you're cooking, if you kind of see the olive oil starting to evaporate, can never have too much olive oil in your sauce. Maybe add another tablespoon or so. And we're probably within 1 to 3 minutes of having the vegetables before we add our tomatoes. So y'all come back, join me for the next step. Hey, welcome back. So on our marinara sauce, the base we started with was some onions, celery, and carrots. It's been cooking for about 5 to 6 minutes. The vegetables have become nice and tender now. Now we'll go ahead and add in our crushed tomatoes. So we use number 10 cans, and I like to use 4 cans in a recipe. In our house, we always keep a staple of marinara in the fridge. So this will be enough for today's meal, plus it'll allow you to have some for leftovers or put some in the freezer for a rainy day. There's can number 2. Can number 3. And can number 4. So once the cans have been added, we're going to give it a quick stir to kind of get the vegetables mixed in with the tomatoes. And again, my fire is going to be on a low to medium heat right now. We will do that until we're done adding all of the ingredients, and then we're going to reduce to a low heat and let it simmer for several hours. So the seasonings for our marinara is very simple. We've taken some creative liberties over the year and kind of modified Grandma's recipe. Simple: pepper, salt, some finely diced fresh garlic, dried basil, dried oregano. We're going to go ahead and give these a quick stir to kind of bring it all together. One of the last ingredients we put in our sauce really kind of makes us different from a whole lot of people around here is we use sugar. So we're going to about have a cup and a half of fine grained sugar. We'll get that blown in.
From the most casual get-togethers to the grandest affairs, Scratch Catering has mastered the art of catering in Dallas-Fort Worth. And it's not just our food. but our personal touch and exceptional service that sets us apart. Why settle for anything not made scratch? Trust Scratch Catering to make every event memorable.
Welcome back, everybody. Tomatoes are in the pot with all of our sauteed vegetables. Now we're going to take our immersion blender and we're going to blend everything together. So what we've done with the immersion blender, we basically have emulsified all of the fresh vegetables, the garlic, blended the rest of the spices in with the tomatoes. Quick shake of the tomatoes off the stick. And we're gonna let this go for about 4 to 5 hours. Now you can cook it as long or low as you would like, but the longer you cook it is really gonna bring out the flavors. Now to finish everything off, we grow our own basil. So we've taken some basil, cut little chiffonades of basil. Just gonna toss it in the top. And we do this after the immersion blender because we don't want it chopped up. So this is really going to give you that nice pungent flavor in the marinara. So the basil is now mixed in. We're going to go like this. We're going to move this to the back burner. It's going to go 3 to 4 hours. And y'all come back and join me because I'm going to make our famous meatballs next. We'll see you soon. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Marinara sauce has been moved to the back burner. It's on a low heat, and we're gonna let this go, man, a minimum of 4 hours for us today. So next up on our menu is gonna be our homemade meatballs. Now, a lot of people just use ground beef for the meatballs. We like to kick it up a notch. We make our own Italian sausage here in-house, and this is spicy Italian sausage. So I'm gonna do two pounds. I'm gonna do 1 pound of Italian sausage. We're gonna do 1 pound of 90-10 ground Angus. I've got 4 eggs, and the eggs are what's going to bind it together for us. We're going to do granulated garlic, fine ground pepper, white table salt. Then I like to put 2 cheeses in it. I've got a Pecorino Romano, and we grate this fresh by hand. And then the classic Parmigiano Reggiano. And then lastly, finish it off with some homemade breadcrumbs. And that will help be part of the binding to hold the meatball together. So we're gonna mix everything up in our stand mixer. And we're gonna mix on low. Okay, so we had everything in the stand mixer. We're gonna let it go for about 1 to 2 minutes until everything's fully mixed through. And looks like we are wrapped up here. So we'll turn the stand mixer off, drop the base, pull the paddle. You can smell all those fresh herbs and spices in here. And then for the meatballs, we're real old school. We don't use scoopers. We just kind of mix them by hand, and that is my favorite size meatball. And you can kind of see the meat is not real emulsified. It's still kind of fluffy. So we'll roll out 6 of these, and then we'll throw them over here in the skillet. And what we like to do is we brown the meatballs, and then we put them in the pasta bath and then the marinara bath, and they cook all day with the marinara. All right, so I've got 3 more meatballs to wrap up. So go pour yourself a fresh glass of wine, come meet me at the cooktop, and we'll get these in the pan. Come back and see me.
From the most casual get-togethers to the grandest affairs, Scratch Catering has mastered the art of catering in Dallas-Fort Worth. And it's not just our food, but our personal touch and exceptional service that sets us apart. Why settle for anything not made scratch? Trust Scratch Catering to make every event memorable.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So we've been browning our meatballs in our black cast iron skillet. We cook these to about 80 to 90% done. And as I mentioned earlier, we're gonna put them in the pasta sauce to let them continue to cook for the next 4 hours. So we'll go ahead and set them in there one by one. Meatballs are now home in the marinara sauce. We're gonna let them go for about 4 hours. Y'all come back and we're gonna get started on our broccoli. By the time the broccoli's done, we'll get ready to start plating dinner. Y'all come back and see me. Hey everybody, welcome back. Marinara sauce is on the cooktop. It's gonna go for about 4 hours. Meatballs are browned. They're in the marinara sauce cooking off as well. So for the last course of our meal today, we're gonna do some fresh oven roasted broccoli. So what we like to do is we just buy the broccoli crowns, and that's basically all the broccoli is gonna be connected to one stalk. And I do a circular cut all the way around, break the broccoli free, break each stalk, so we're going to take our fresh broccoli, it'll go into boiling water to blanch for about 1 to 2 minutes. Now blanching means it's going to basically partially cook the broccoli and really pop the vibrant green color. Once the color's popped, it'll go on a sheet pan in the oven with olive oil and salt and pepper for about 2 to 3 minutes to finish cooking out. So our water's boiling. We'll go ahead and put the broccoli in. And again, when you're blanching your vegetables, especially broccoli, you don't want to go too long because it'll actually make them soggy. All we're trying to do is par cook them just to bring out some of the tenderness, pop the color, then we'll put them on the sheet pan and oven roast them. All right, so this has got about another minute to do. Y'all come back, we'll have these on the sheet pan in the oven and we'll start plating dinner. Y'all come back and see me. Hey guys, welcome back. So while y'all are away, we went ahead and plated dinner. We got linguine pasta, topped with our house-made marinara, 2 meatballs with spicy Italian sausage and ground beef, oven roasted broccoli, some fresh toasted baguettes, topped with pecorino romano and fresh Parmesan cheese, my favorite glass of wine. I feel like I'm back around Grandma's table. So y'all get y'all's glass, get your plate, and let's manja.